What's up, guys? It's Adam, aka Marf, and this is Marfoogle News. So I'm gonna try something different. As you guys know, our internet is completely down, and so to kind of get over that, I'm streaming with Streamlabs app. So I might be able to actually show you the news that we've gathered. We've acted like it's a normal show. We could not figure out how to do call-ins, but we're going to be doing all the news that we gathered. And on the website on marfooglenews.com, every article that I'm about to show you is going to be set up underneath the thumbnail that we used for this show, or hopefully used for the show. I haven't used this in about a year, but hopefully this will all work out and we can get it going. So I'm gonna just get right into the news, because I do believe there's some very important things happening. Obviously, Ryan has basically said that they did take the tanker, and I believe we have actually shot down one of their drones. So now it's like drone for drone. We have some other stories. So let me see if I can... It's going to be showing my screen. Let's see if we can do this. I hope you guys can see my screen here. And let's see. I might. Okay, so I guess this is snafu snap style. It's pretty crazy. So again, I don't know if you guys have seen the down detector, but there's downage, pretty much in all the different main parts of the country. So I'm making do. We put a lot of work into this episode and gathering all this news, putting it onto the website, so I'm still going to do it. Trump says U.S. ship downed Iranian drone in Strait of Hormuz. It says President T-Man said that the U.S. Navy downed an Iranian drone that was flying too close to a U.S. warship in the Strait of Hormuz, hours after Iranian forces said that they had seized a foreign tanker, the latest in a series of incidents that have ratcheted up tensions in a vital oil shipping route. Again, if you want to read the rest of this, obviously this isn't the best way that we can show you all this, but I think that people need to know this, and my main job here is to share the news. So again, just to sum this up, T-Man has said that they admit they have downed a Iranian drone. Okay, next story that we gathered, and again, all of the brief says no information about losing drone. So I guess they are denying it, I guess. It says Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif said he was not aware of any downing of a Iranian drone in the Strait of Hormuz on Thursday after President DT said a U.S. Navy ship had, quote, destroyed one. It says, we have no information about losing a drone today, Zarif told reporters at the United Nations before a meeting with Secretary General Antonio Guterres. So they are basically straight up and flat out denying that we knocked down one of their drones. I wonder if this is some sort of setup for something even greater to come. Well, let's get into it. Let's see here. So they did admit to this. They say its Revolutionary Guard seized a foreign tanker through 12 for smuggling fuel out of the country, and hours later released video showing the vessel to be a United Arab Emirates-based ship that had vanished in Iranian waters over the weekend. The announcement solved one mystery, the fate of the missing ship, but raised a host of other questions and heightened worries for the free flow of traffic in the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical petroleum shipping routes. 1/5 of the global crude exports passes through this strait. So they go up anywhere from 20% to 30% of the world's oil goes through this place. So that's why it's a big deal. And many have predicted that if WW3 was to start, it would be in some sort of event that happens here. Now, if they're saying that they shot down a drone and they are denying it, I'm wondering if it's like, somebody's saying, hey, let's go outside and handle this, and the other guy's like, nah, I'm good, I don't fight, man, I'm not like that. It definitely seems very, very odd. The fact that they are denying it even went down. This says that U.S. is to deploy Ryan threat. And just in case if you've never been here, normally this is a call-in show, and normally it's a lot higher quality. And we do say things a little bit differently, especially words that the algo, Mr. Rhythm Gods, don't like. The U.S. is preparing to send 500 troops to Saudi Arabia to front up the growing Ryan threat. It was reported last night. They will be deployed to a remote base east of the Saudi capital Riyadh, and I know I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. According to two U.S. defense officials, U.S. troops are being deployed to a desert base in Saudi Arabia in the face of the growing Ryanian threat, and it says the move will fortify the growing Prince Sultan Air Base, which is being heavily built up with a Patriot missile defense battery and an improved runway, or at least that's what CNN reported. It's hoped that a generation F-22 stealth jets and other fighters will be flown from the base to strike Ryanian targets should a conflict break out, the unnamed officials said. So if you're just tuning in, the reason why this looks so ghetto is my internet is down. We have put hours of work into actually pulling all this together, putting it onto the website, doing all this. I don't know what has been going on. It's kind of funny that I have mentioned a certain other YouTuber that always covers earthquakes, and then all of a sudden my channel is having issues. So I did see Down Detector. I haven't gone door to door and seen if my neighbor's internet is down or anything. I did call and I said, hey, I paid my bill. Where's my internet? And they said it's down all over the place. So with that being said, I'm making do with what I have and using the Streamlabs app to people listen, because what's going on right now is absolutely serious. This is the setup for a Fantastic Freddy. If you take the first letters of those words, you know what I'm talking about. Let's see here. We've got Pentagon fears Turkey to retaliate against retaliate against U.S. troops in Syria over new sanctions. It says, as expected, Turkey blasted the White House's prior day announcement that it has killed Turkey's involvement in the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter program after Ankara received the first batch of S-400 Russian-made air defense components starting last week. Turkey's foreign minister called on the U.S. to rectify its, quote, mistake. This unilateral step is incompatible with the spirit of alliance and does not rely on any legitimate justification, is what the Turkish Foreign Ministry said in a strong-worded statement immediately following the White House press release. Quote, we call on the United States to come back from this mistake that will cause irreparable some sort of Fantastic Freddy happening, and it's always driven by little things. These little things end up turning into something else. My personal prediction, if anybody's even listening still, is that in the next 5 days, we will have some sort of escalation event that won't necessarily turn into anything big, but it will be blamed on this person, and that person will blame it on that person, or that person will deny it. That's what I see or foresee coming. And after you've been covering this kind of stuff for a long time, you start to see patterns, not only in our actions, but in other countries' actions. In fact, the patterns repeated themselves like 3 years in a row after the chemical or the supposed chemical events that happened like 2 years in a row. I mean, you're talking about video surfacing of, they chemicaled us and we chemicaled them and all this kind of stuff. So anyways, it says the White House had stated, while confirming it would indefinitely block transfer of the F-35. quote, Turkey's decision to purchase Russian S-400 air defense systems renders its continued involvement with the F-35 impossible, and added that the, quote, the F-35 cannot coexist with a Russian intelligence collection platform that will be used to learn about its advanced capabilities. Now, I actually agree with that. I mean, you basically can't be doing business with both sides. Now, if we were giving these advanced F-35s I'm trying to say, if we had Beijing and Taiwan, talking about these F-35s, and then all of a sudden they were working with them, we wouldn't do it, because we wouldn't want China to get our F-35 secrets. We only give this stuff to our allies. Turkey is responsible